Hey guys, good morning, man. It's Donald
Mary.
and we're here to bring you a morning weather, water, and a little bit of news report for the 21st of May, 25. And it is like 6:55 this morning. We apologize for being a little bit late, but I kind of slept in and got lazy, and then I like to take an hour before we do this, man, so I can kind of collect my thoughts and not be like, anyways. All right, Mary, go ahead and take it away, my friend.
All right, thank you, Donald. All right, good morning, everyone. In Blairsville right now, it's 62 degrees with some fog out there. The high today is going to be 76. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible early. It's going to be cloudy early, and then it's going to become sunny with mostly clear skies this afternoon. 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. Tonight, it will be clear, a low of 52 degrees with 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. Up on Blood Mountain today, 69 degrees for a high. It is going to be sunny. So anybody that's climbing up Blood today, you're going to get rewarded with that beautiful view that comes off the top of that mountain there. 15 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 30. And then tonight, 52, mostly clear. And again, the winds 15 with gusts up to 30. When you're setting up camp, make sure you look around for branches that could be coming off the trees. Water is good out there. Check loose branches once again. All right, Donald, I'm going to turn it over to you now and see what else we have going on out here.
All right, thank you, Mary, for that. You did a great job, man.
Thank you, Donald.
For sure, man. All right. And so this morning, Jordan, his first ride, he's going to be heading to Franklin to pick up a hiker that we've been assisting. This hiker had some business to do, so he was going to fly out of Knoxville Air, which takes a couple hours to get to. But we're going to pick him up in Franklin, shoot him up to Knoxville Air, and then Jordan will come back to Georgia. But this dude is actually flying back, and we'll pick him up at Knoxville Air and bring him back to Franklin.
That's right.
And so that's what Jordan's going to be doing this morning. And so last night we ended the night around. Jordan was back by I think like 7:30. No wait, 8:30 to 8:40, and then Mary rolled in about 9. And so we had a couple later in the day calls, and one of them was wanted to go from. They were driving up from Florida, I believe, correct? Father and son team, and they wanted to be picked up at Byron and brought down to Amicalola so they could start their hike this morning. And then Mary and I received a call from a lady that was at Blood Mountain Cabins that I had spoke to in email several weeks back, earlier in May, about going to town and getting some food and resupply, and then heading back up the mountain to Blood Mountain. And so we could not turn that away. It was right. We're just getting ready. Well, were we cooking by that time? Yeah, okay, yeah. And so we thought it was going to be kind of the end of the day type deal. And we're kind of taking it easy right now. And so we were going to eat and stuff. Man, it was like 5:30, I think, right?
Yeah, right about that.
Yeah, and so the call came through, and we can't turn her away. I mean, we told her that we would assist her.
That's right.
We just have to do that, man. So we shut the stove off and put the potatoes. I cooked them through and then put them in the fridge. And then we waited to eat until 9:30 or 10 last night. But we got her down to the store, man, and she got what she wanted. She ate at Papa's Pizza, which I like Papa's Pizza.
Yes,
I think
they're
they do a
good.
good job. Yeah, man. And I don't eat out at a lot of places.
That's right.
So we kind of pick and choose, man.
She was a very nice lady and very happy that we could assist her. So,
Yeah.
definitely.
Super
definitely a
nice.
good person. Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, super nice. And so Mary did that and spent several hours with her, and that's how we run those type of shuttles. Also, if someone's going to go to town, we charge for the ride down, the ride back, and then we throw a $20 waiting fee on top of it. And if it's going to be a real long time, we work out another pickup time so we can go back and pick them up. This lady kind of rented us sort of because, yeah, and we didn't charge her at all. She caught another ride actually down there. We had some hikers that came down into the gap that we've been assisting, and they came down in the gap and they wanted to stay at Mountain Crossings last night, and the hostel was
It was closed. by the
closed.
time
Yeah, because they close at like 5, I think, man. As soon as the shop closes, the store up there, they shut the hostel down too, or they don't shut it down, but they don't take any more people.
That's right. And they told me that because they're hiking southbound
Yeah,
back to Woody Gap,
yeah.
and they told me that they were going to actually camp at Bull Gap, but when they went to the water source, they said there was no water there at Bull Gap,
Really?
which you would think with all the rain that we have. So
Find that.
I know it sounds odd, but
Maybe they didn't go far enough down.
that's what I was thinking. But then again, also we had those thunderstorms and tornado watch last night coming through. I woke up
Yeah.
around I don't remember what time, and the thunder was rumbling. So they went down to town. I didn't hear that part, but
Bro, I thought that, dude, it was so loud. I thought there was like a train or a big truck going. But I was like, dude.
a snake, and then a grouse or a pheasant that was not very happy with their presence.
Oh,
Made it
right. Where'd they
quite
see
clear
those?
They were not welcome.
Did they see him over here?
Coming before Neil Gap.
Well, it's funny, dude, because those two bears, man. Jordan saw a bear last night coming down back from Amicalola last night. We come up over the mountain because that's really the only way to go unless you go all the way around, man. Up through
Right.
Blue Ridge and up. It's the long way through LJ and stuff. It's not the long way.
The
but-
mountain makes more sense where we're at.
Well, it makes more sense, one, because when you go all the way to Ellijay or up 52 Ellijay, Blue Ridge, Blairsville, yada yada, you're deadheading all the way back. You're not going to get a ride over there, man, unless someone just happens to be over there. Or we have a lot of BMT calls now too. Back in the day, man, the BMT was not very well used, man, or used a lot. And so you wouldn't get many calls from over there, but now we get. I mean, I woke up last night at 1 a.m., checked my email, man, and there was a BMT hiker. There was several hikers needing a ride from Epsworth up to somewhere. It wasn't an exact location,
Right.
so we don't exactly know what's going on yet. But like 11, they sent that off at 11 a.m. PM, I think, or 10:50 something. And so there's a lot of people on the BMT now is what I'm trying to get to. And so, but when you come up around like that, man, you're deadheading all the way and there's no chance of getting a shuttle. But if you come up from Amicalola, you're passing like numerous spots where you can actually maybe get a shuttle. A lot of people at that time are coming down into Neil Gap or Woody Gap wanting to get off trail and they need a ride to town or something because the hostel won't let you in or whatever, or they're closed down. And so, we'll get phone calls because we're the first two on their list. And so a lot of people are already using us and they call us anyways. And a lot of places pass our number out. So it's Ron, Brown, Donald, and Mary, and then like Jeff and Brett. And we're the main people that get passed out. And so we always get the calls coming down in. So we come up over the mountain instead of deadheading all the way around, and we can maybe catch like a $30 ride or something. Sometimes you get more, man. Sometimes people want to go way out of the way, man, or back to Amicalola. We're right there. It's like, hey, man, I'll be there in a half hour, or I've got someone right on the backside of Blood right now. We'll be right up in 15 minutes or something, man. And so that's why we go up over the mountain. But Jordan also saw, I think, possibly that bear, dude, because when he was coming down over the mountain, he saw a bear, man, right next to the road, next to Vogel State Park. And so that's 3 miles down or 3.5 miles down from the Neil Gap.
That's right.
And so that may have been the same bear, man. Well, I saw a bear one time, man. We see bears out here all the time, but I saw one come out right next to Blood Mountain Cabins, man. Right on, there's a sharp corner right there. So it's like it's a 180 corner almost, man. You're coming up and then you just do this complete huge corner, but right there's like the Blood Mountain Cabins that tucked down in that nook right there, man. And that bear came up that hill right there, stood right on that corner, and I saw a car miss that bear's head. But remember that?
I
dude?
sure do.
Bro, it missed him by this much, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that bear's head didn't get taken off.
Very close.
Bill and I almost hit one. Ran out in front of us down on the turns going down toward on 60 after sunset. That's not Sunset.
The store out there.
Wolfpen Gap store, yeah, man. When you go down past the school and stuff, and you get down in those corners right there before you get to the new work and stuff, and that little store down there, a bear ran out in front of us there too, man. I almost hit a bear on the backside of 180, Blood Mountain one morning, man, with some hikers, dude. Jordan hit a bear down here.
I get close to the deer. They like to jump out.
They
but
do.
I've been very fortunate so far.
Mary's the spotter, dude.
Yeah, I don't
She
want to hit
spots
them.
these things.
I just catch the motion. I don't know what it is. I just see there it is.
She's super focused on making sure that she doesn't hit stuff, man. She's good, man. One time she's coming down Blood Mountain, man, and she had a hiker in the car. And it was right before, well, it was up a little bit further. It was between Neil Gap, the store, the Mountain Crossing store, and Vogel State Park. And Mary was going up the mountain in the RAV4. We used to have a 2019 5th gen RAV. And so she's going up the mountain, and they're a little bit bigger than the RAVs, the 4th gens and 3rd gens. But she's going up the mountain, man, and a truck is coming down, and it has cylinders, those gas cylinders, and on the back, and one cut loose and started rolling down the mountain at Mary, down the road, the middle of the road, or on her side. She had nothing that she could do. The hiker told me, she gripped that steering wheel, man, and drove right over the cylinder, and it popped out the back, and it rolled under the vehicle, popped out the back and went down the side of the mountain. And then they stopped and spoke to the employee of this company, man. And we didn't do anything. We didn't have time. And mistakes happen. We're not out to sue people and stuff. And we didn't tell anyone. But that's a huge OSHA violation, man. And not only that, probably would have got fired. We filmed him admitting to his, yeah, man. But the hiker dude was like, I can't believe Mary just gripped the wheel, man, and took control.
I had no choice. I mean, you've got the steep side of the mountain. You have the lane. There was 2 lanes on my side. I had cars coming down the mountain. I couldn't get over in the other lane because there was cars coming up. I said to him, look, we're going to drive over this. And I just, like Donald said, I gripped the wheel. We went over to it and boom, boom, down the mountain. And there we went.
Yeah, man. There's crazy stuff that happens out here. And unfortunately, another crazy thing that happened last night is when Jordan was moving up and down the mountain yesterday, he saw a biker that was ripping the corners, man. And unfortunately, he also believes that when his last time coming down the mountain around 8:15ish, 8:30, he witnessed 6 or 7 stadies, man, on the side of the road up there by Vogel, unfortunately. And he believes the biker was down. And that's not a good thing, man, out here. There's so many, I call that White Cross Highway, because there are white crosses all over 129, the one that leads up to Neil Gap. There are white crosses all over that road because of the people out here ripping on their bikes and performance cars. Yeah. And people die all the time. And they're drifting out here. I mean, you can see spotters and stuff, man. You'll drive up the road, man, and you'll see like a performance car rolling down through really slow, and he'll be a loner. And then, you'll keep driving and up the road, man. You'll see a couple more ripping through, or, slowing down a little bit, but they'll be grouped up. And then you get up the road more, and there'll be a tail. And they're doing walkie-talkies, man, and warning the drivers, man, on what's going on out here on the corners where the cops are. If there's, civilian drivers up there, man, is probably what they call them. I don't know anything about it, but that's what they do out here, man. And so they were ripping it, I guess, up there on 182, man, such a side 180. When you turn onto 180, you turn onto it, man, and you go down, and there's a corner, and then you go up a straightaway, and then you go around another soft corner, and then you start ripping up into these huge curves and stuff, man, and they'll drift up in there at midnight, 1 a.m. in the morning, and there's some hardcore corners up in there, man. It's like a racetrack. It's crazy. It's banked like a racetrack too, man. So everyone from Atlanta and all over, they call it the mini tail. Yeah, so Jordan witnessed that possible biker. Unfortunately, God bless him, man. I hope everything works out. Like, I hope he's not messed up too much, and hopefully he learns a lesson, man. Got to take it to the track. The calls are coming in really steady this week, man, or just period, man. It used to be the calls would come in pretty hard, man. I used to have 3 phones lined up, man, and I'd be on the computer, and I had my phones hooked up to that too, man. And so I could be working the computer, texting people while I was talking to another customer and scheduling them. We don't do that anymore, man, and I am so happy we don't do that stuff anymore. It was really stressful, man, and you want to help everyone. You know what I mean, dude? You don't want to leave anyone high and dry, man. So, we used to run from 3 a.m. till 2 a.m. the next day. I'm not even kidding. The drivers sleeping at gaps and stuff. And so I always felt like we needed to help the world, man. And that's what I wanted to do. But you can only help so much, man. And so the calls now come in steady, man, but it's not quite as hardcore as it used to be, man. Yeah,
I think
and
it's a
so
good balance.
it's nice, man, and we all needed that a little bit. Mary and I have been busting it for a long time, man, and now we're just kind of easing up a little bit and maturing. Our business is maturing, so I believe that, and myself as a person, man, I've matured a lot over the last decade since I came here to find a new way of living. And so every day is one step, man. Yeah, so it's really nice out here right now, guys. It is wet. Be aware of that. There's a lot of storms, man. So the shelters were made for this stuff, by the way, guys. So if you're gonna stay at the shelters, man, that's what they were for, the emergencies, man. And they can take a hit. I've seen some trees on shelters, man. Laurel Falls shelter up there by Pond.
That's right.
That's burned down now, but I think that's about it, man. So yesterday we also were able to get the RAV into the shop, man, and did about $1,000 worth of work. We got some new brakes, rotors, calipers, and she's running good, man.
Very pleased.
Those little RAVs are sweet, man. I'm gonna get a fleet of those things, man. I like them, man. They got little six bangers with 270 horsepower. I don't know what the torque is on it, man, but probably 200 pound-foot torque too, man. Maybe 215, I think. All-wheel drive, six banger. They get really crappy gas mileage, man. They'll get like 18 miles to the gallon, but you can get them like third row seating and stuff, man. So I think they're a great vehicle, man. And so also those are the bulletproof engines way back in the day, man, like the '07s and stuff. I'd like to get a late '90s model because they had the real four-wheel drive systems in it, not the all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. And so it's a sweet little machine, man. They run well. I'd like to have one just to slap some diggers on it, raise it up a little bit, and go camping and stuff out in these trails and stuff out here, man. North Georgia's a huge thing, a huge place for overlanders. And if no one knows if there's people out there that do not know what overlanding is, it is when people deck their vehicles out, their 4x4s, and use only dirt roads and no tar. Very little tar. So, and there's places you can go straight across America on the Transcontinental Trail, I believe it's called. And it starts over here, I believe, in North Carolina at, what's that? I can't remember. The Banks, Outer Banks, I believe, is where it starts. I could be wrong on that, but I do believe that's where it starts. And so we have the Georgia Traverse cutting through here. We'll go through the Cohuttas also, man, run the top of Georgia and stuff, man. But I believe it starts over here in Clayton. Anyways, man, those little RAVs are sweet. And Mary got hers tightened up a little bit more on the braking system so we can keep everyone safe.
I love it. I think it's an awesome vehicle.
Yeah,
I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, and Jordan has the same exact one except for his all-wheel drive, and he's got a great vehicle out there, man. And so these old RAV4s too, man. You go down to Florida on the rich side, man, and you'll find these older people that have these RAV4s in their garage. And they've got like 65, 90,000 miles on them. They've just been sitting in the garage the whole time. And so you can find some really nice old RAV4s. My aunt had a RAV4, man. Yeah, dude. Everyone has a RAV4, man.
My favorite.
Dude. Yeah, one of the best, dude. Definitely. All right. So I think that's about it for today. It's going to be a really beautiful day out, man. And Mary and I are taking it a little bit slower. We're sending Jordan on the shuttles this morning so we can do some other stuff. And I got a green screen coming, and I'm trying to set up like this little media place, man, in one of our rooms. So I'm working on it, man, slowly but surely. It is. I want to get it done, man. I'm not too savvy on the electronic stuff or media stuff. I'm learning. Yeah, I got to get one of those media app things or AI app things, I think. I don't know. I'll figure it out, man. I got some time now. All right, kids. That's it for today, man. If anyone needs anything at all, give Mary and I
A call.
And so thank you so much, everyone. Stay beautiful, kind, and safe. One love. Peace.